Welcome, welcome, BitmonkeyTV. Uh, I forget what take this is, but it is Creative Thursdays. So, wanted to get a stream out. I know for any of you football buffs, we have Buccaneers in Dallas. Shout out Greek. I remember. Hopefully they win. I'm playing one lineup. Oh shit! You just reminded me. Actually, forgive me. This was the least prepared I was for a fantasy football season. In all my years, right? All my years. I did less than 2 hours of research. And I pulled off a pretty good draft. But I almost forgot to pull Fournette out of my lineup because I do not trust that fool tonight. Not with Giovanni Bernard and Ronald Jones there. That's hella funny. You guys always get it. Shout out to the one viewer tuning in. Appreciate you. Let me know what you'd like to see. I was thinking, since I need to finish some, honestly never even started, some just quick little videos for each position. What's really cool is ever since I sent out that call Wednesday, I've already been on a number of different calls, and it looks like we've got community ops and community managers soon to be dialed in. I'm optimistic on that front. So the focus is micro content creators. Yeah, storyteller's not too much of a priority based off of one of the calls, and the developers. That's huge. So if you're unaware of what we're looking for, please visit monkeybytes.io/opportunity. You'll see all the positions open. As far as compensation, it is USD or ETH. We will discuss that on our intro call. I want to just make sure everybody's happy, right? So if you're taking time out of your day to come help the project and it's affecting your paycheck and your bills, best believe you'll be compensated real time. If it's something that you want to be a part of from the ground level, there are those opportunities too. So reach out. Really appreciate everybody's positive feedback, especially during some adjustments that we've made. I don't want to say pivot. Pivot's the wrong word because we're not dropping anything. You know what I mean? We're breaking down Monkey Bytes, this large, massive project, into smaller, more manageable steps. So, and I've never felt better about it. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. And I'm going to get straight to it. So I want to create something on Canva. So I'm just going to show you my screen and run through it. Hey, 2 viewers. All right. Appreciate you. So I was looking at templates because, as you guys know, my micro content creation, I don't always create from scratch. I'll look at a template that I like and then I manipulate it. This one's not, is it video? I think I created it video. I think I did make a video. See, if you just attach any, yeah, it was this one. But what I was thinking of doing was adding our kind of world background because I do love that. Come on, sometimes it'll lock and allow you to. Well, let's force it. Let's see how this looks. I actually kind of like that. This is going to allow us to. And then if anybody's curious and you're operating within Canva, anytime you're on a layer, it's control bracket left and right to kind of go behind other layers autonomously. Not autonomously, but you obviously click it. It tells you here, though, bring forward, push to back, control. You know what's funny? I don't use control alt. I just go control left and right on the brackets, and it does the same thing for me because it sends it backwards, sends it forward. So that's all I really need. Let's remove that. I do want to animate this and see. Pops. I like that. So we're going to adjust the text, right? This is just some dummy stuff. I'm going to pop over to the chat. Hey, 2 viewers. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you guys like what you're watching. And if you want to see something specific. It is Creative Thursdays, so anything web, anything digital, anything at all. these aren't all grouped, but I do want to bring it, because when we share this on Twitter, I'm going to make this multi-purpose. So if anybody doesn't know, sharing a 1:1 ratio on Twitter doesn't really work well, right? It'll crop it. It'll crop this rectangle right in this area here. So I'm just optimizing it for that. I do want to put plural because I don't want to roll out just one, right? I know this is kind of irrelevant, right? Because whenever we're posting what we're posting, we'll generally put the tags, hop in the bio, whatever. But this is for that one-off, for somebody who sees the creative and doesn't see the link for whatever reason, whether through retweet, reshares. You don't always see that, right? You don't always see that original text that we post on the creative, on the particular post. So that's why I like to at least put a little something in the image. I think I'm going to put that down here, actually. I don't know if I like these, but let's go ahead and switch these to my orange that I love so much. I don't even think that's that orange. Nope, wrong one. Where is it? That was the right one. How about that? Must be something on the screen here. Bam. Nice little quick pull, because the whole point here, if you guys haven't noticed, for anybody watching, as far as the scope and responsibilities, it's not too detailed, right? Because depending on the developer and depending on how these intro calls go, certain skill sets are going to be needed, right? I don't want to limit it to, you know, a certain number of different responsibilities. I just want to look for somebody in that field, talk to them, and then from there, they should be able to guide us in the right direction if they're not that person who's the right fit for the team, or who even wants to join the team. You know what I mean? So these are just quick. I like it. Let's throw in this dope ass monkey right here. For those who don't know, this is based off of one of the original drafts for BitMonkey back in 2014. I was looking through some old backups when I started Monkey Bites and formed the, you know, registered the trademark and all that. I came across this like 2D, it was kind of like pixel art, but it had these lines in between each square pixel. Pretty dope. Thought that timer was here. You know what, I'm kind of thinking up here. And then we'll just fade that so it looks like a moon or something. Let's just go 55. Shout out Gary V. Because why not? You know what? 7.7. Yeah, I like how that pops more. And we're going to increase that time to 7.7 seconds. Because why not? So this is just one little quick clip that we're going to share across both socials. I hope I align this right. I actually don't think I did. Looked at that too late. It just looked right, but what we want to look for here is that line across the middle. And then work around that. You know, probably gonna kill two birds with one stone here, and just say Solidity developers, and ideally a full stack comes across, you know, our lens, so to speak, or gets referred to us. I'll show you another video I was working on the other day based off of one that I made for the announcement. Yeah, let me see what that is. Can I actually kill two birds with one stone right here? Solidity devs and tech lead. That speaks a lot out the gate. I like that. Solidity devs and tech lead. Bam. That really speaks to both of those slots. I love it. Yeah, way better. Oh, nice. Yeah, so I'm popping back to the chat. I didn't see anything for a minute. So full stack generally means it's somebody, it's very similar to talking about somebody who's fluent in multiple languages. You know what I mean? Somebody who's fluent in, ideally, you know, I don't know the exact definition, so forgive me. I'm not a developer. But it's being fluent in 3 to 5 major programming languages, right? Full stack meaning front end, back end, and everything in between, right? They could essentially execute any task, or they know how to execute it and they hand off certain tasks to another dev who helps, you know, lighten their load, so to speak. So that was my mindset, and I honestly just reverse engineered Pixel Vault's team. You know, if you go to their website, you can kind of get an idea of their org structure. So it's like, okay, they have 2 tech leads. You know, they have 2 different focuses on those tech leads. I believe one's Solidity, one's software. But I'm thinking with a full stack dev and just, you know, another dev to help that full stack dev, that could help us start. And then from there, we build that team into ideally 4 or 5 different devs. I know that's probably overkill, but I'd rather have more than less, if I'm being honest, to take that collaborative effort, because let's face it, most devs' times are spread thin enough as it is, right? So let's say we get, you know, a highly vetted, highly experienced dev who can only allocate 5 hours a week. Well, yeah, we're going to need some other devs to kind of fill in that empty void, so to speak, of that time. So that was my idea behind it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, especially based off our chat last night. Gary, shout out Gary. Hope you're having a great day today. And I'd love to see it. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down on this as being one of the posts. This is just a quick little... BT devs. Promo 1. I'm not sure if you guys can see this part. No, you don't see the save screen. It's probably better that way so you can't see all my files. Yeah, and I haven't looked back at the chat yet, but next on my list is updating the site, adding a notice, you know, just informing any new traffic and any new viewers of Monkey Bites. The improvements we've made, you know, essentially to our roadmap, focusing on one at a time. So we'll get that up before the weekend for sure. For sure. I'm going to try tonight. I just have an idea for a really cool page, and you know me by now. I creatively, when I have that idea, I want to execute on it. And on that note, so yeah, shout out Gary. Like, I was just thinking about that personal project I was working on, the BDC tokens. I'm like, fuck, I literally since that second or third week of launching Monkey Bytes, haven't done a piece. I've opened up Photoshop files for number 13, I believe I'm on, or 14. And I was underestimating the time. So what I want to try to do is, that's not off by any means. That's going down. What's essentially going to happen is there's just going to be less tokens. But what I might be doing is creating an entirely new collection on the 721 standard, just doing unique one of ones. And then for everybody who's supported that, the OG one, you'll get airdropped a free token. And then that will be your entry into CommunityCon, which is still going to go down. Those prizes are still going to happen without a doubt. It's just, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, man, I miss that. I really do, because part of this year, part of this path on top of the mining facility was really exploring that creative side, really learning Adobe After Effects and those tools. And I really put that on the back burner to try to take care of everything within Monkey Bytes. So I definitely want, that's more of a hobby. So I'm going to promise to carve out more time to get focused on that front, to get back to a consistent nature, just one a week. I think it's manageable. So. And, another thought. Actually, here I am treating this like a founder scam, even though I haven't said much like that. But yeah, no burn mechanism whatsoever. I'm honestly, I'd rather just play off that old contract, right? And just keep doing the 7 copies for now. But it is in the works of, I do want to create my own, on-chain, because that contract, that media, I don't think it's on chain. It's through Rarible, but it's not the Rari token, right? I did create my own contract for that, but it was through the Rarible platform. So and another fun note, so I was on my way back into town Monday, and I get this notice that one of these weird punks that I bought, right, pixel art, sold on Rarible for 0.077. I was like, okay, cool. It was nice to get some ETH for gas expenses and whatnot. It never arrived. And I sent them an email. And now I'm like, I went and I looked at the token. And I was able to find the transaction on Etherscan. And you can see that supposedly it sent my portion, which was a 0.06 after the royalties and whatnot, to my wallet on a certain day. But it didn't. And I get the notice on Monday that it sold, and then you can see that it transferred to their wallet that it sold. But on Etherscan, it shows that transaction happened 23 days ago. Weirdest fucking thing. Very, very concerning for Rarible's platform and their proxy server. However that's configured, I don't know. But from what I see, it sold Monday, but the transaction's from 23 days ago. And then I looked back 23 days. I didn't get any ETH of that amount ever. So it's like some ETH was lost in the proxy. I'm just, that was my favorite NFT platform marketplace out the gate. That's changing quickly with this experience. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you're on there, if you're not, I'm not sure what's going on over there. I sent an email. It's not that big of a deal. It's not about the money. It's just more so about, I have other things listed on Rarible, and I'm concerned that what if it happens with those? What if all this ETH disappears of these other items? You know what I mean? So, but for me to go through and delist all of them, I have to pay a transaction fee. I have to pay gas. So it doesn't make sense. So I'm going to be patient, wait for a response from their support team. But did want to share that with you guys. And I realize I should have switched the screen. It's just been on Twitter. Let's go. There's been some solid follow change going. And I've just been on a tear. So I would love to start hosting some Twitter spaces for the public for Monkey Bites down the road. So I'm slowly building up the follower count. For me, as you guys have learned, that's not a priority for me, you know. Yeah, I can actually show you if you want to see. It's so fucking interesting, man. I was like, what is going on? No, it wasn't on Polygon or something. No, I'll fuck it. Let me show you. It's the weirdest, darndest thing. So you go to Rarible, BitMonkey. Uh-huh. Oh, wrong password. Too many passwords. Too many passwords. Hey, never mind. Right password. Man, I don't know what's going on here. License slow today. Can't tell if that's Rarible's platform or not. But as you can see here, notifications right here. 96804. You go over here to the transaction. All right, this is one of the first projects I got into because of the resemblance to punks, as you could imagine. And I'm going to hold on to a few of them, but, you know, it's just, I started to just, you know, go in a different direction as far as who I wanted to give my money to. Don't get me wrong, I learned a lot from this person. They had their own Telegram where they would like update you of little tricks and tips in the NFT space when I was first getting in. But then he kind of fell off, you know what I mean? He stopped maintaining that connection with the community. So I essentially just started listing everything. But this is the person who bought it, already relisted it. But when you go and look, purchase one edition for 0.077, you go and hit the transaction on Etherscan. So this right here, transfer 067 to, this is me right here, ending in 887. Right here, Malo. Look at this, Gary. 24 days, 2 hours ago. That's what it says. If you can even see that, I'm not sure if the screen's big enough. It's just the weirdest thing. So I'm sure they'll come back with something. Maybe it did hop into my wallet. Maybe I did notice some free ETH within the past month. But what's weird is the transaction clearly just happened. So I don't get it. It's the weirdest thing. But for anybody on Rarible right now, be cautious. And take note of everything, right? If you get a notification of a sale and you don't see that ETH come in, just message the platform in a reasonable time frame after doing your due diligence, right? I messaged them with all the links to all this, right? I was like, hey, notice some weird things going on here. Didn't want to just message you like, where's my money? Because I know it's not entirely you. So I wanted to check the transaction. I wanted to trace the ETH and trace, you know, from that original token, what happened to it. And I can see from the proxy, something with the proxy to my wallet did not occur, right? Because when you go into the wallet 24 days ago, there was actually no transactions and nothing deposited, really. So, darndest thing. Darndest thing. But enough about that. Let's go back here. I like that. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Forgive me. I was going to post that on Twitter. I guess it does crop it now. Did they They must have recently made some updates here. Because just 2 weeks ago or 3, you know, we've obviously been on a hiatus with posting. We're going to get back on a lovely, lovely routine here very shortly. So thanks for bearing with us. But that's weird. It's kind of cool, though. But now I'm going to have to make a Twitter specialized version because I don't like the border there. It's weak. So I'm going to go ahead and post that on IG right now. Oh yeah, and I might as well shed light on this. Kept forgetting on the last episode. For those who do not have a VFriend yet, not only the moralmonkeymob.com, we're going to start really spotlighting this on a weekly, if not daily basis coming soon. So don't forget about that. But I wanted to bring something else to you guys' attention that's happening now. Is it Gifted Gopher? Yeah, this is it. So OpenSea.io/Gifted Gopher. Check it out. What you have to do to submit, it's for all artists. You can win this VFriend. And the way to win it is you submit your art. All the details are here. So go here and follow at WannaBeAVFriend on Instagram. So that's Jeremy Charles Hone. He took over this initiative. I don't know the exact story as to the original person who started this, but time got the best of, gets the best of us all. And that's probably what happened. They had to allocate their time towards something more important. So we appreciate the, the thought of giving this token away. That's fucking amazing. Like, tip my hat off to you. But the way to submit is you send your digital art to this wallet and start spreading the word. And there's going to be a submission process where, depending on the number of likes, that person wins the token. So it's going to be a community-driven approach, to my knowledge. There might be some other caveats in there, but it's good to get on. If you don't have a VFriend yet, great opportunity. As many of you know, VFriend's floor are about 17 Ethereum right now, which just, let's go double check, which is just bonkers. And this person bought it on the secondary at 1.4. Good purchase. Good purchase. Hey, floor is steady moving. Floor is steady moving. I love to see it. We're almost at an 18 ETH floor. Shit, are we going to get 20 tonight? How many sales today? VMaster keeps sniping these, Gary. Have you noticed? VMaster is a fucking snipe. Oh, man. Steve Shark. Sharking it up. Shark-a-doo-doo-doo-doo, however that goes. Yeah, you go vote by liking the art. There's a lot of people that I want to win that, so I'm going to have to go vote for everybody equally because I don't want to be the deciding factor. Yeah. And Scott, if you're watching this, fucking submit one, dude. You don't have a VFriend? Try this. I think I told you about this. I hope you're going to submit one. I told Sergio the other day, one of our founders, shout out for the appreciate the support, man, and your input. And I know we're going to get a VFriends in your hand eventually. So don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. I've had yeah, since week 1. Yeah. And I'm sure there's multiple V Masters too. Hey, did you see this fucking Hangout Hawk go for 19.9? That is an absolute fucking steal. Who did this? Why? It was what? What? Makes no sense. I guess it kind of does. It was the only VFriend. 19 ETH is a lot of money. Could be. Could be. You never know. I mean, the ultimate way of looking, right, is if we just go into that person's wallet, can see if there's any additional ETH or something sent, after the transaction. That would help clarify. I mean, no. Not at all. But you can tell it's it looks like Coinbase. Can't really tell if it's Trader Rate specifically, but because I'm not sure how they categorize their numbers, but clearly, fiat to ETH type of things. So for someone like that, hey, tip your hat off to you. You spent what, 3 or 4 or 5 ETH on that, and you just flip that for a 5x profit. Good job. Good job. But maybe next time, hop in the Discord and be involved in the community, and could have gotten double, you know. But still, I wish I noticed that. I would have made moves to snag it. I kind of, I'm not FOMOing on it, but I was actually joking with, I noticed Austin, How's Life Austin. Shout out One Blue Land if you're unaware of it. It is a game changer. It's not only an NFT project, it is a method of education unlike any other I've seen, right? It's through comics, through relatable characters, through lessons learned, and just really amazing artwork. So go check them out if you're unaware of that project and you're watching this on the recording. Hawks are probably one of the best deals. Yeah, really though, like as far as the flip, for sure, no doubt. The FaceTimes, curious to see where those go. You know what I mean? He hopped in the, I'm not too active in it, but he hopped in the FaceTime section or channel on the Discord and said, I'm looking forward to chatting with you all. So they must be setting some type of calendar soon. I wonder how they're going to do it too. Are they going to do it based off of token ID and hierarchy? While I'd love to say I'm in no rush, like if I purposefully, I'm going to, damn, did the stream just restart? No. Looks like it's me. This is weird. I'm all hardwired and everything. I think it's about time I make that leap. And I have this extra workstation just sitting here, and it's nice. So it can definitely be the primary streamer. And then I'm just going to keep my laptop off to the side. I think I'm just working it too much. I also realized that it ended up being none of the devices. What was happening with the mics going off, Gary? You wouldn't believe this. This was like a one-off, an anomaly where I was using too much power through my USB ports. And even though this laptop is a beast, each USB has its limits, right? And if you try to power too much from the USBs, what was ultimately happening is our mixer, right, that the mics plug into, is powered through USB. It's not independently powered. So once we have everything running and then that second mic going and we don't plug them in a certain order, it only causes one. It only has enough power to power one of two mics. So to solve that problem, I'm just going to order another Focusrite that's independently powered, has a little more bells and whistles, and we're not going to run into that issue anymore. But we're also going to be, I think I told you, I think I'm going to share this little tidbit with you. I'm going to be like setting up a mobile, like Lex Friedman, if you follow his podcast. It doesn't matter where he is. He's going to record his podcast. And I want to have a similar setup. That way, when I start taking these road trips more frequently, because I really enjoy getting out of this space and getting into a different space, it just helps my productivity. So I'm making it an effort to kind of bring a mobile office with me anywhere I go, right? Wherever I rent a hotel or an Airbnb, I have everything I need to be comfortable and feel like I'm in my own office and execute on what I need to do. Oh, yeah, it looks like we lost you. That's crazy. It's a bummer. But yeah, stay tuned. Mobile BitmonkeyTV coming soon. Probably going to take a tour across the states as we build and execute on Monkey Bytes. Miners DAO, the MBT MD. If you're unaware of it, please hop in our Discord. Go ahead and pop open the Discord right here. And yeah, forgive, I'm sure if you guys have been following along since day one, the post-production, we're going to fine-tune it once we get a few more team members on board. So for now, I don't really spend too much time on the post-production. Just understand I don't want to say I'm too busy for it, but I'm focused on my strengths. I'm focused on other things that I think are a priority right now. But I do plan on going back and adding those titles back into all the saved streams and all the saved episodes. So we're going to have a nice finely tuned checklist to follow before and after each episode, which is going to be a collaborative effort with a new team member coming soon. So it's exciting stuff. It is exciting stuff. I have that feeling back. That feeling kind of, not to say it went away, but, it definitely dulled down for a minute. Hey, Gary. Cool. I partly squirreled, partly didn't, but I'm going to be taking BitmonkeyTV on the road. I'm not sure on the start and end date, but the plan is in the near future, before I head off to Portugal to take care of my citizenship and things like that, I want to take a trip around the States, road trip, stop off along anywhere I want. I'm going to have everything I need with me to stream BitmonkeyTV 3 times a week. I guess 5 times a week, right? Since I do these, but we are going to be changing the theme of the days, right? Because I want to make sure everybody's enjoying the content, and me too. I want to enjoy it too. You know what I mean? I don't want to force something down your throats, especially if I'm not enjoying it anymore. But I love these Creative Thursdays, so these live on. I think what I'm going to just keep doing is just doing certain real work, real time, and maybe start working on my. Ooh, that's a good idea, Gary. Maybe work on my weekly mints on Creative Thursdays if I don't have something else to work on. You know what I mean? Or if I don't have a guest to bring on to work on their problem. Because I'm not sure if you caught that episode with my friend Audrey. We had some technical difficulties, of course. Shocker, right? But we're going to bring her back on, finish her website. I know we have an appointment on this coming Thursday, so that's going to be off air because it's the morning. But I do want to bring others on board and just help execute their creative tasks within that time frame. But I'm also thinking, man, I would really just love to work on mine, that personal project. So stay tuned. I'm not sure when I'm going to be announcing this new theme of the day. It's honestly going to fall in line with the team, with these community managers, community operations, as well as the storyteller, micro content creator, plural, right? It's going to be a collaborative effort. So they might have some killer fucking ideas for certain days of the week, right? That plays in with everything we're doing. Yeah. What do you mean? So to avoid the drop-offs? Or do you mean just in general? I could. You're right. But I enjoy jamming. You know what I mean? I enjoyed this time, even though there's just 2 of us here. It's dope. I know it wouldn't be the same. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Good point. I'm going to do that. Hopefully she's okay with it. She was totally chill with coming on air later in the afternoon. I think she had to prep for it. You know what I mean? But good idea. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then that can just be Thursday. All right. I love it. Did you see? I'm curious. So, curious on your opinion here. Punk's comic. I'm considering minting that mint pass number 5 for me. And ideally, I should just wait for the 5555, right? But then that's going to be outside of the window to claim the planetary DAO token and the free sidekicks. So, I'm like, shit. Because originally I wanted to keep 3 sets, right? I think I talked with you about this. Like, what sequence would you go for? 55555 and say fuck the snapshot, or go for 325 or 3277 or 3333 or 3377? And I'm also curious, like, didn't he say he was going to do some type of announcement for the Founders DAO token? And they didn't really announce much for that side of things. They announced that one new meta hero is going to the vault, but they said something big for, oh, are you ready for this, man? I mean, I'm sure you're going to be tuning in, right? Are you going to be booking anything real time? I don't really worry about numbers. Yeah. So I do. I probably shouldn't, because I remember watching the numbers go by and I was like, I'm waiting for this number, and I saw a mutant get minted. Not to say I would have picked that moment in time to mint that mutant, but fucking mutants, man. Those are the ones to get. Those are the ones to get. Yeah, so I'm gonna be ready to snag 2 houses. I think on Airbnb. Just gonna keep an eye where it's at. Um, Unless, of course, the conference for some reason is at a big ass hotel, then I'll try to grab, you know, 8 to 10 rooms because I'm sure some people won't mind sharing. Um, but I'm kind of digging just grabbing Airbnbs for each group, the group of winners, and then the team. You know what I mean? Really love that so much better because I was already looking throughout, assuming it's St. Louis, right? Different parts of St. Louis. There's certain block radiuses where one block after the next, there's 2 really nice ones that we can snag, right? Right next to each other, so we're not too far away. I think that's where I'm leaning. That's what I'm leaning. I guess it all depends. Like, what if he says this shit is in Mexico? I haven't been to Mexico. Out of all the countries I've been to, Mexico is just too close. I think that's why. I just don't think it's going to be Mexico, though. I do not. That's hella funny. I love it. Numbers aren't important. You cracked me up. Did you hop into that pigskin apes? Oh, look, we got 1,500. That was... I can always go for 15555. And you know this little trick, right? You can just grab the contract ID, go to the token ID, and you can see the most recently minted token ID. And, you know, try to target certain numbers that you want. Yeah, I'm going to switch it on back. I think we're going to keep this one short and sweet. I realized that I didn't even watch kickoff on the first game, and I'm a big football buff. I meant to keep this brief, and I didn't. That's how much I enjoy it. I enjoy this time here. I do enjoy recording. Creative Thursdays are going to continue being a thing. I might change the name a little bit, but thank you for tuning in. Gary, appreciate you. Everybody else watching on the recording. Hope everybody has a great rest of your day. We'll be back tomorrow later than usual, and we'll be interviewing Droshik. I do need to confirm with him, but it's 9 out of 10. He's here. And we're doing that at 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern, so 9 p.m. Central. So it's a little later stream than normal. I'm not sure if Scott's going to be here. I hope he can make it. But I know later in the day kind of just means him arriving later in the day, traffic, all that stuff. I don't know. He hasn't confirmed, so I think it's going to be a solo stream with Droshik and I. So I do look forward to it, and hope everybody has a great rest.